This video is about Module 3, Sources of Flight Information. Your reference for this video is the Jeppesen Private Pilot text, which is in Chapter 5C. Locating that flight information, you can always start at FAA.gov. You can download or purchase information in hard copy as well. All of these documents, the charts, the supplements, the NOTAMs, FAA, AIM, advisory circulars, are all available for download at the FAA.gov site, or you can buy them separately in hard copy. Again, your aeronautical charts, your sectional charts, your terminal area charts, world sectional charts, we covered those in the last section. Information that you can't put on charts are contained in a supplement. There are 7 volumes published by region and updated every 56 days. The information in these charts, which are really little books, right here, are airport data, seaplane base data, heliport data, NavAid data, and airspace data. You can see here in blue, this is the Southeast chart supplement that, of course, North Carolina is in. And that's the book that we would find all of our information for our airports. The chart supplement, again, has 5 sections to the booklet. You have the Airport Facility Directory Legend, which will give you the key to all of this information. The Airport Facility Directory, which, again, we'll look at those in specifics, and they're covered in 5C. Notices that give you specific information that might change time to time. Associated data to include FAA data and other data that you might need. And then at the end, you have airport diagrams of selected airports in the directory. What I would do is upload the supplement at the site right here, and I also put it in the Moodle. The very first input for your Moodle for this section has a download. You can just click here. And then once you get it downloaded, go to page 312 of your supplement and find the Southern Pines Pinehurst Airport SOP from the page and get the following information. And of course, I pasted it on the next page right here. This is what you should be looking at. This is actually page 324. They moved it from the last time. And you can see all the information here contained on the airport directory. If you look in Chapter 5C and in the legend to this document, to the supplement, you'll find what each of these lines mean. And that's what this exercise is about. All right. Again, look at your airport diagram and your supplement information and get all of this information and fill it in. 3-letter identifier, of course, for Pinehurst is SOP, and it will tell you all of this information. And just put it on a sheet of paper or fill it in. Number of runways it has. In SOP, here's a picture of SOP right here. I'll slide over here so you can see it. You can see that it has one runway here. There's your taxiways off there and your parking areas here, your towers right in this area when they activate a tower. Normally it doesn't have a tower because we know it's not tower controlled. All right, number of runways, of course, it's 1 runway, but it's actually 2 because you can land in 2 directions. But if I ask you how many runways there are, there's really 1. And I will. I'll ask you in a quiz. What's the surface of the runway? It tells you in the supplement. Dimensions of the runway, you'll have to look that up. Single wheel weight capacity, look that up. Dual wheel weight capacity. And you can find all that information on this page right here. You just have to figure out where it's at and pull it out. This will also tell you the level of service for fuel and maintenance, the types of fuel that are available. How do you activate the runway lights? It actually tells you there. I'll tell you, you do it with radio clicks. And 2 clicks activates it, 3 clicks makes it brighter, 4 clicks makes it brighter again. That's your runway lights at night. What kind of approach lighting do you have? Basically your PAPIs, you can look at those. All right. Airport remarks, hours attended, jet notification, runway 523, your climb out instructions. I'll give you a hint here. Your flight, usually you have to climb out to 1,500 feet before you turn. So take a look at that in your directory as well. Now I will use this information on a quiz a little bit later, so make sure that you know how to do that. There's other information. Find out the manager's phone. It was Ron Manus, but I think he retired now. AWOS, or your weather frequencies, your CTAF, which is your uncontrolled airfield common frequency, approach, clearance delivery, and who would you call to get a clearance by phone. All that information is in there. For your nav aids, take a look and look up the Sandhills VOR in the book. Get the frequency, lat long, bearing and distance to the airport, and ILS frequency. You'll also find when you look it up that SLP under a NOTAM that Sandhills VOR is out of service. Now you can go to the supplement, please, on page 432. It says 462 right here, and check for any chart bulletins for Charlotte and the terminal area chart. This will give you updated information. Remember, this is published every 56 days, where your supplements are only published every 6 months. So, or your charts, excuse me, are every 6 months. So that'll give you intermediate information. Okay, as you go through the flip through the special notices in the chart supplement, and as you flip through, find out lights out operations for helos in North Carolina, Disney, min altitude, lateral separation for fire ops, FAA phone numbers. Just look through and see if you can find all this information and just know where it's at. You don't have to write anything down, just be able to find it and familiarize yourself with it. Okay, in the last section, in the airport diagrams, they have selected diagrams, and I'm going to put me in the middle here, okay, for different airports. Like I put the Asheville airport here, and you can see if you need more detailed diagrams than are what in the little airport diagrams that are in the airport directories, they'll have this here. Okay, if you landed at runway 35, rolled out, okay, here's 35, and rolled out to the end, which runway or taxiways would you use to get to the north ramp? It gives you information on how wide. Just answer these questions, and that will give you an idea of what these airport diagrams are about. Okay, go to page 554 and 555 in your Jepson text. Do exercises 1 through 9, and you can turn them in on your Moodle. I'm going to go up here. All right, turn them in on your Moodle, and that will be in addition to the chapter notes. So you'll have 2 things to turn in, the exercises and the notes. Okay, other information you'll find in your JEP at the end. Please read through there. You'll find listed NOTAMs, FAA regulations, your airman's information, and your advisory circulars. Again, here is your FAR AIM for 2020. This is your regulations and your airman's information manual. You can also download this from the FAA.gov if you want to have an electronic copy. Advisory circulars are just different publications from the FAA on different subjects, and you can look those up on FAA.gov. That concludes our presentation.